Came here to take over the game. Yeah. Still. You know what's going on. Yeah. It's still politics as usual. Life looking beautiful. Talking real heavy. More heavy than the usual. Shook the whole world up. That type of motion new to you. To us it's a throwback. Losing, we don't know that. Only give them up facts. That's exactly what y'all lack. Always show the people love, so they show us love back. Yeah. And Ben Worthy like 42 on the Lakers.
Good evening, and you're welcome. Once again, it's on. You're now rocking with the best. We are the Politics as Usual NBA podcast. Of course, it's me. We need Pat Bev in Philly. I couldn't put it off on Broad Street bad. I never thought I'd say that sentence, but we are the Politics as Usual. We're here. I'm the Groveness, Rashad Grove. We're here with my man, Pots and Pans, 50 grand, Mr. Adam Carter. What's going on, brother?
What's going on, Jack?
Man, Jack, I'm glad to be on tonight. We got a lot to talk about, but before we get to that, we have a special guest tonight, Chris Gunther, who has been covering Cleveland Cavaliers and then going to get his insight about not only last night's game, but the prospects of the Cleveland Cavaliers being the favorites in the Eastern Conference. We're going to get into all that, but make sure y'all follow us at Politics as Usual Talk on TikTok, Facebook. Subscribe, y'all. We need y'all to watch and subscribe. Say it with me, y'all. Watch and subscribe. Thank you all for sharing the posts. You see our social media right there. But what we got tonight, man?
As we've done every episode this season so far, we got to start with the sneaks of the week, Jack.
Ooh, so I see what you got back there, sir.
So this week for sneaks of the week, I had to go with a recent release of the Jordan 14 Black Toes. Not necessarily a favorite of the public, I would say, not necessarily one of the it's not a 3 or 4, but the Jordan 14 Black Toes, Jack. I believe I was in like 12th grade when these came out, Jack. So this is one of my favorites, Jack. So what you got for sneaks of the week this week, Jack?
To speak about those there 14s. Shout out to you. Shout out to you for helping me. I'm not paying $5,000 for them. I was in the wrong link, about to get a divorce over some sneakers. hitting the cart button. But I never got them. I never got any of those. But when I saw they was going to release those, I said, I gotta get a pair of those. I gotta get them. Now I want the black ones where he crossed up Byron Russell as well.
Last shots.
Last shots. I like this silhouette. I saw the white and red joints that came out recently, and I'm really liking these, man. They're climbing up on my list of favorite sneakers. But I got these. I got these in the mail today, and shout out to good folks at Puma for giving me the LaMelo Ball Le France gifted. He has a
La France.
I've been working on that for the last hour, and he has a specialty brand, lifestyle brand. He's been dropping these sneakers. I got the red ones. I didn't know if I could pull these off, but I really like these orange ones. So I want these are my kicks of the week right here. They look mad comfortable, and I can't wait to put them on. 1-on-1, he said. Shout out to you, LaMelo, and the good folks for Puma for looking out.
Shout out to Puma. Jack, you ready to dive into some hoops talk?
Not really, because I'm a little sick what's going on with our team. We got to do it.
Let's do it, Jack. So let's jump in. First things first, we having some trouble in Philadelphia down there on Broad Street, Jack. So on Tuesday, it was reported that a team meeting was called by one of my favorite players in the league. I'm going to leave him alone. I'm not going to say his name, but Kyle Lowry. Everybody knows one of my favorite.
You got the Villanova hat on.
I got the Villanova, so I'm gonna give him a break. But Kyle Lowry called a team meeting, which is terrifying this early in the season. Some things needed to be addressed, Jack, and Maxey had the floor, and he had some words for the big fella Embiid, Jack.
He said I heard, not verified, just some sources. Allegedly that Maxey said that Embiid is late to everything except for lunch and dinner.
Never miss a reservation.
Oh, he ain't. When the cheesesteak line come on, he the first in line. When it come to get that cardio in, he late. And I was, what we call him, kind of eased me a little bit today. a former player of ours, Lou Williams, on running back today. He said it wasn't as bad as it seems as the first guy reported. It seemed like they have this kind of rapport. They can do that to each other. I thought it was like a bomb when I first met it. I said we ain't gonna recover. They're gonna fire Nick Nurse because ain't nobody getting traded because everybody signed. Those three guys, y'all stuck together. So y'all gonna have to figure it out. So I was like, man, Nick Nurse, who I like. I just went through a whole cycle of what could go wrong. But I think it was needed, man. I think it was needed. And that is insane for the first week where we're 2-11. And maybe it could spark something because they're playing a lot of less talented teams. And maybe they could probably run off a good 5-6 in a row and really get back into contention. But I'm just not like that loss against the one that got me is when they lost to Orlando. Paulo's
Detroit was bad.
Detroit, oh my God, I forgot about Detroit out there. Shout out to Detroit. We was on them last year. They got a 500 record almost.
Yeah.
And we at 2-11 with a former MVP, most improved player, and a guy who calls himself Playoff P. We got all that on our team.
Self-proclaimed Playoff P.
So man, I'm gonna hit that button. I'm this close to the button with them. And shout out,
man.
I stole that segment from Running Back. I knew I heard it.
You borrowed it, Jack. Allegedly,
I like it though. I like it. Yeah, man. We got some good things to work through in Philly, man. So this is,
so like you said, Jack. The thing is the fact that they're all friends, and they said that they can do that with each other.
Yes,
but it's something to be said if Maxey, who's a relatively quiet guy, so it would seem,
smiling,
right.
He had enough.
If he stepped up, it shows something though, Jack. It shows Maxey's leadership. So I thought that was one good thing that came out of it. And they said Embiid was receptive to the information. Yes. And the thing that kind of scared me about the conversation was they said he was confused about some of the things that you're doing.
Like
I'm like, another thing. Don't say that out loud, Embiid.
This guy, no filter. Somebody he needs to be a better PR rep. He says everything you're not supposed to say. Oh my God, you're not supposed to say that's in-house. I said that stuff is not supposed to leak like that.
Listen, Dave Chappelle. Dave Chappelle had a joke back in the day where he said the guy says, "I didn't know I couldn't do that."
Yeah. I didn't know I couldn't. You read
I didn't know I couldn't.
Red light.
He said, "I didn't know I couldn't."
Yeah, that's
almost like he doesn't know he's supposed to say these things. Don't say that, Embiid.
It drives me crazy. I said you don't want to make your coach look incompetent. Like, confused. What are you confused about? You got to get in better shape, catch the ball, score, get to the free throw line, pass it when you're double teamed.
Maybe if you showed up on time,
you know the plays. If you get there on time, put that burrito, not burrito, you put your burrito down, you can figure out what's going on the court. Drive, man, they got to me this week.
Yeah, Jack. Listen, so we're hoping that they can turn it around after that team meeting, Jack. I think it was very appropriate to have that meeting.
Which I hate Jimmy Butler laughing at us. Oh man.
It was another bad loss, Jack. You think we started this season thinking that we could possibly be a favorite to having the worst record in the league, Jack. But I got faith. I got faith that this meeting will bring us together, Jack, and hopefully we can begin to have some success, such as the team that we're about to talk to. But what do you think, Jack? Should we bring in our special guest?
After they, if they lose this game, I'm gonna burn my Maxey jersey.
You better not. You better not.
Yeah, man. But yeah, we have a guest tonight. We have Mr. Chris Gunther. I'm gonna introduce him a little bit formally. Try to be a professional here. He's from Youngstown, Ohio. He is an on-air talent, sideline reporter, and a media personality. He's had over 600 interviews with some of the biggest names in sports, including the likes of Stephen A. Smith, Chris Broussard, Rob Parker, Chris Haynes, Rich Paul, Taylor Rooks, Monica McNutt, Carrie Chapman, and more. He's the host of the Chris Gunther show that you must subscribe to on YouTube.
Mhm.
He's been covering the league for years. He was in-game host for the Cleveland Charge, the NBA's G League affiliate team for the Cavaliers, and he's dialed into everything Cleveland going on with their 15-1 team. So I want to bring on our guy Chris Gunther tonight to drop some jewels on us, man. Thank you for being with us, Mr. Chris.
Yo, what's going on, fellas? Thank y'all for having me, man.
How you
Yeah,
doing,
man.
brother?
He was bringing the heat in the pre-show. So
Oh
hopefully he
man.
got some with it. I was nervous. I said, don't give it all away, man. But thanks for being with us tonight, man.
Oh man, thanks for having me, man. It's always great to jump on, talk basketball, which I think is still the greatest sport.
Yes.
Definitely need everybody to like and subscribe to the Politics as Usual podcast. Want to put that out there.
Please tell the people. And here is I think basketball's number one. Cricket right behind it. Cricket is a close second.
Yeah, I'm always gonna go with basketball and football. That's just me. I can't speak for everybody, but that's just my personal opinion.
but here's I'm gonna start with this. You are dialed into Cleveland. Tell
Yes,
me,
sir.
man, Kenny Atkinson and Bernie Bickerstaff, man, y'all look like a totally different team. What have you noticed just from a coaching perspective that has caused these first 15 wins, even though lost last night? You can speak about that too, to the mighty Celtics.
The biggest thing I've noticed, there's a certain sense of freedom that the players play with now. Guys last year looked a little stagnant on offense because it was too much. Okay, Donovan's turn and then Darius's turn. Then we're going to throw Evan the ball occasionally. So this year you see that there's a little bit more freedom with the offense. Guys are touching it a little bit more, just the basic stuff about basketball. The way that the game is played now, we know everybody wants to come down. It's either a pick and roll or a pick and pop. Everybody's trying to shoot threes. And that's just the way that the game is played now. But, you still have those teams that can run some type of offense in the midcourt. They're able to, kind of get guys open looks. But once you got guys cooking, then it's kind of nice to watch. Look at the way that Darius was playing with the exception of last night. Look at the way that Donovan has started to really come into his own right. And there are just so many things and so many little, parts about Cleveland's 15-1. That start was amazing to see what they were doing. And once they started hitting those threes, the other teams were kind of at their mercy as well.
Yeah, one thing I noticed that Max Strus hasn't been playing. So even when he gets in there, another sniper. And what I've noticed, they the coach has unlocked Evan Mobley. And
Yeah, that's another thing I was getting ready to hit on too, because Evan wasn't playing like this last year. Sometimes it just takes a different voice for a player to hear that can really make them tap into another level. And the way that he's playing right now, we are literally witnessing the birth of a guy who is showing you that he still is an all-star caliber player. And if he just continues to ascend and elevate, which I believe that he will, you're going to start hearing some more talks about what he could do for the Cavaliers moving forward.
Yeah, that's a good point, Chris. When this team was put together last year, I always felt like they were kind of a mirror to the Boston Celtics. And we got a chance to see that last night. Great matchup. Came down to the wire. What are the expectations out there in Ohio? Are they really thinking that they have all the pieces that go all the way this year?
100%. That's why this team is currently constructed the way that it is. And let's keep this in mind. Boston, they are the champs. You have to respect them for a reason. They were up by 21 in the third quarter, and then the Cavs got back into it. Now, ultimately, Boston won, but Boston even knows that this Cavaliers team, they're not the Cavs of last season. But what I was trying to caution some of my friends and people that follow me when I give my sports takes and things of that nature, I tried to caution them to give them a little bit of a reality check. Last year in the playoffs, the Cavs had to have a historic shooting night from the 3-point line just to take one game off of Boston, and they lost in 5. Yes, I totally get Donovan was out for 3 of those 5 games. He comes back, tries to give you a little bit of something. But once the team already has that momentum going, then it's going to be hard to beat that. Now, last night, I understand that, Isaac Okoro was out and Levert was out as well. However, and this is no shade at them whatsoever, but neither one of those guys are stopping Jason Tatum, and they're not stopping Jaylen Brown. And let's not forget, Kristaps Porzingis isn't even back fully healthy yet. We saw how he was playing in the NBA Finals. A healthy Boston Celtics and a healthy Cavaliers. I respect what Cleveland is doing. I sincerely do. But if I got to pick one, I still got to give the edge to the Boston Celtics from the standpoint of they are the champions and they have proven what they can do. They've been battle tested. And let's keep this in mind. Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum, they still have something to prove, particularly because Tatum, didn't play a lot in the Olympics. I know that still is eating at him. And Jaylen Brown didn't even make that team. They're gonna go out and play with that extra fire and with that extra every game to prove to everybody why this still has the potential to, I'm just being honest, even though I grew up a Laker fan and I still am, Boston could possibly win the next two. I'm just being honest with you.
Bad news, Chris.
That's saying a lot, brother. That is saying a lot.
No, that is, oh man. That's I keep forgetting KP just sitting there, and mind you, sitting there dressed immaculately. I don't know.
He did that last year. The man was dressed immaculately last year, came back and still got a championship. Let that sink in for a second.
Look at his suits.
Hey,
man.
If you can't play, you might as well look good.
Yeah,
you right about that.
He knocking out at the part. Now, where do you think the Cleveland can go if you're picking Boston, which they are the consensus favorites? You see them going to the you see them beating the Knicks?
You know what? Only reason why I'm not gonna give the Knicks the edge just yet is only because I'm really curious to see how this Brunson and Karl Anthony Towns duo can really do. And I'm not sold on them completely yet, only because Karl Anthony Towns gets 2 3-point happy for me. He's the biggest thing out there on the court. When he puts the ball on the floor, he's unstoppable. But sometimes he takes way too many threes for my liking. And I understand that's how the game is played now, but I'm a little old school. If you are the biggest thing on the court and you know they can't touch you, get your big butt down there and produce
get down there
that way. Get down on the blocks. Do what you got to do. Stop shooting them daggone threes. Mind you, he shot how many threes last year in the Western Conference Finals and didn't make as many of them. Now, let's just say if he puts the ball on the floor, not saying that they would have ultimately won that series, but he gives them a much better chance to do it. He's more effective when he's, putting the ball on the floor and getting to the rack than jumping out there shooting threes. Okay, he can have the title of the best big man 3-point shooter. Okay, you can have that. But which title do you want more? The big man that can shoot or an actual championship?
And to bring that up, he was balling.
Yes, he was.
On eye level against Joker.
He was giving it to him.
And D and Joker up.
Think about it.
I didn't know who this cat was I was watching.
They frustrated them. That's why they ended up losing that series to Denver. But when they went to the conference finals against Dallas, he got 2 3-point happy, couldn't. And all of a sudden, we started to see how, and is that guy, but Karl Anthony Towns is a second option. Now, he's playing in the Eastern Conference right now. That's a little banged up. We get all of that. But to see what Karl Anthony Towns could become with Jalen Brunson is nice. However, I'm not fully convinced on them yet.
I like Mobley and I like those two bigs, Mobley and Allen.
Yeah,
and Allen, yes, sir.
That's tough. That's gonna be tough to beat. Go ahead, AC.
What I was going to say is we're talking about the Eastern Conference. Skipping over to the West, if the Celtics and or Cleveland get to the finals, who do you see coming out of the West? The two teams.
It's such a toss-up at the moment, and the reason why is because we're still super early in the season. I don't want to say that, hey, man, I mean, just being 100% truthful with you, I still got to respect Denver. I don't think their window has officially closed yet, but these young teams on the come up, man. You cannot sleep on Oklahoma City because Chet and Shai Gilgeous-Alexander are playing like they still have something to prove. And, I'm a Laker guy, so I got to at least give them the respect that they have earned, especially a LeBron James, who is just, a month away from turning 40. The man still getting triple doubles left and right. Anthony Davis is still playing great. And then and the only thing is the Lakers don't have a consistent third person that can show up. Yes, I get, we had the, rookie last night going berserk from the 3-point line, but can he do that on a consistent basis? We have yet to see. But the West still has a lot of great, talent. For example, we still have the Dallas Mavericks. Klay Thompson is gonna be wide open a lot in this postseason. Well, not in this postseason right now because we're still super early in the season. But when the postseason gets here, Klay is gonna warm up. Kyrie's gonna warm up. You got Luka, and then on top of that, you still got other teams that are in the mix. And I'm excited to see it. So who would I pick coming out of the West right now? It'd be very hard to tell, just because it's still super early in the season. But I wouldn't mind seeing a finals rematch because I would be real curious to see how Klay Thompson would do, particularly going up against Boston. Keep this in mind. Last year in the finals, the Dallas Mavericks didn't hit a lot of three-pointers. Now you go out and get one of the snipers who that's all that man does. And I think it would be great to see.
Yeah. I wanted to, but I like OKC when they're fully healthy because they got those two bigs.
And on top of that, too, Chet wants it. Like, did you see the way that he is always going at whoever's supposed to be the best player?
Joker.
For example, he's going at
the Joker.
He is going at Joker like, guess what? I can do this too. And he's holding his own against him.
Man, I was like, they're serious. And it's so unfortunate for him to get injured. But and they, come trading deadline, they got all those assets to play with. Who knows?
Yes, they do.
Can bring in. And since you're plugged into Cleveland, I wanted to ask this: did Donovan say, "Bring Bernie back if you want to"? I'm not signing the deal. I'm not paying the $5. Did he say that, or was it a Bernie Donovan thing there?
Well, I'm not 100% sure on that, but from what I was told, Donovan really did want to stay in Cleveland. He liked what they built, and he really was trying to see what can happen. Now, as far as his relationship with some of the other people, I have no insight on that, and I'm not going to be one of these media heads just out here talking to talk and not knowing what I'm talking about. So I have no comment on that. But from what I was told, he really wanted to stay in Cleveland. That's why he's still there.
And my last one for you on Cleveland. Did you think Garland would stick around? Because I knew he was going to be gone.
I think the biggest reason that he stayed is because of the development that he was already making there. Now, I know some people were trying to say that him and Donovan couldn't coexist. I beg to differ, because Donovan embraces Darius. He wants to see him succeed, wants to see him thrive. Let's keep this in mind. Darius Garland was playing great up until last night against Boston. He was doing great. And there were times where he would go off for, scoring 20-point quarters and things of that nature. But can he do that on a consistent basis? And it's going to be hard for him to do that. Let's just say, for the sake of this conversation, they get to the Eastern Conference Finals and they're going up against the Boston Celtics. Drew Holiday has been known to frustrate a lot of great offensive players, particularly whoever the point guard is for the opposing team. I do not have a Darius Garland giving Drew Holiday that work, especially because Drew is a savvy veteran who is a great two-way guy. We just saw what Darius did last night when Drew was on the primary defender on him.
Right. Day at the office.
My point exactly.
Absolutely. So, Chris, let's skip around the league a little bit. So, Russell Westbrook got his 200th triple-double last night, putting him at the top of the list with 200. The next closest person being Oscar Robertson with 181. When it's all said and done, Chris, where do you think that Russ is going to rank as far as great point guards?
He's a top 5 one in my opinion. And the reason why I say that is because this man averaged a triple-double for 4 straight years. Oscar Robertson did that once in his career. Now, the way that Russell was able to do it, keep this in mind, the NBA guys nowadays way more advanced, way more skilled, stronger, faster, etc. Yet Russell Westbrook was able to do that, and he still was holding his own. I do believe when it's all said and done, when he hangs up his jersey, turns his sneakers in for the last time, all that good stuff, I do believe he will go down as a top 5 point guard in the history of the NBA.
Here's what kills me about Russell. The crazier stat, I think he did it from 6 different teams.
Exact. Every team he's been on, he's done a triple-double. That goes to show you his work ethic and his motor. And it I believe goes to show you the kind of mindset he has. He's a team-oriented person. Now, we all understand that his career was low-key in jeopardy and he was with the Lakers because we understand they were trying to make something work and he just wasn't a right fit for them. But we saw even in spurts when he was with the Lakers, he could still be Russ, but he wasn't really given the fair shot to do it. The system just didn't work for him. We get all of that, goes over to the Clippers, and he's back to being Russ. Now that he's with the Denver Nuggets, he's got a chance to possibly win a title. And I think Russ understands that his window is slowly closing, doesn't have a lot of years left. So for him to still go out here in his mid-30s, still getting you triple doubles is great. But I know Russ wants to win more than anybody. And I believe he is going to get a really good chance to do it, playing alongside Jamal Murray and Jokic. Plus, that Denver system really does fit them. It really does fit Russ.
Yeah. Brother, I want to thank you so much for taking some time with us out your busy schedule, talking hoops with us. But make sure you tell everybody where they can follow you, where they can find you, everything you got going on.
You guys can find me on all social media at Chris Gunther. Be sure to check out my website, The Chris Gunther Show, youtube.com/The Chris Gunther Show. And y'all can also be sure to like and subscribe to everything I got going on. Also, be sure to tune in to Politics as Usual, NBA podcast. Peace and love, fellas.
Thank you, brother. I appreciate it, man. Yes.
Thank you, brother.
Yeah, man. Shout out to Chris Gunther, man, giving us some of that
sir.
insight behind the scenes. Yeah, man.
Yeah, brother. So let's talk some Lakers talk. Chris said that like us, the Lakers is his favorite team. So we're LeBron guys on Politics as Usual, in case y'all didn't know. Now you know. Listen, but the Lakers are rolling, Jack. As Chris,
I want to apologize. I got it. JJ, you're gonna be apologizing all year.
Hey, JJ, my man, my fault. My fault.
Yo, he got them moving that ball. He got, last year with Darvin Ham, it was here, LeBron, take the ball. AD, take the ball. Now they move. Now he get the ball. LeBron setting screens, moving. Yo, he got them whizzing. And the craziest thing, him and Jabbar McCain for the Sixers are the steals of the draft.
Absolutely.
They play like the best two rookies out there. And
absolutely,
big guy. He's a big dude.
And listen, I think LeBron said something last night very similar to what McCain said maybe a couple days ago. So they asked LeBron in the locker room. They said, about him getting drafted at 16. LeBron said the other 15, 16 teams got it wrong. We just got it right. Were y'all watching him all last year? And McCain said, "You're not going to tell me that." I can't remember what pick he was. What was he, like 15 or he might have been 16? You're not going to tell me that there's 15 other players better than me. I love that attitude from both of these rookies. I could not agree with you anymore that those two are chasing the Rookie of the Year.
And then both of those guys are not scared. They want that ball.
Absolutely.
He said, Brandi can be the rookie, your son all you want to, but I'm here to shoot this thing. Soon he get in the game, man. Yo,
was it 9 threes?
Yeah,
what did he
man.
Have? And 9 threes?
Oh, man. And I watched him against when they was playing New Orleans. He has a poise about him. See, and that's the game has shifted so much. They didn't want the old guy because he played 4 years. An old college guy because he's in his 20s. That's his now. That those dividends are paying off now because he's mature.
Absolutely,
mature now. So man, I like what the Lakers are doing, man. And Russell coming off the bench is working. And here's the thing: they got a 6-game win streak. They're losing those games last year.
Absolutely.
Those close game teams coming back.
The one against San Antonio,
they'll lose those games. Back-to-back game, they're gonna lose that. And and Anthony Davis playing him and Giannis and Joker playing the best ball in the league. And I think Davis is probably the top. He's been balling.
He looks like New Orleans. Anthony Davis.
See, and the complete opposite happened with Embiid due to injury. You come out the Olympics, you're supposed to be rolling.
Absolutely.
He's kind of, going in a worse direction. AD.
And you know what's incredible? about you saying that? Every other player that played on that Olympic team is rolling, except Joel Embiid.
Every last one of them. Steph is rolling. Look
Ant-Man.
at the Celtics. Look at Derek. Ant-Man. KD before he got hurt. KD looking like he was in OKC.
40-year-old Bron.
Everybody looked except for everybody. Even Halliburton has been playing good. He got in less than Tatum. But he didn't expect to get in. Tatum like, yo, I thought I was starting. Tatum like, yo, y'all got me in the promo pictures. That's all I've been saying to Kerr. I'm in the pro. It's me. That's me in the promo pictures.
The light-skinned guy with the good haircut. That's me.
I'm Nike. The Nike commercials. I got the commercial. That's me.
But yeah, Jack. Anthony Davis is playing incredible. 10-4. Like you said, they're winning games that they would have lost last year. JJ Redick proven to be. We knew that he was very similar to that coach out there in Boston. JJ Redick is a psychopath too. JJ Redick,
oh yeah,
very competitive.
That one game they lost, he was called crazy on the sideline.
Yeah, Russell went to the bench after that. Russell went to the bench.
Right to the bench. Look, he's playing great off the bench.
Yeah, and he's accepted his role.
And I'm thinking, now are they a trade? Would they make a trade? Because he got Gabe Vincent, and I put up on Facebook and Twitter. I said LeBron. I watched him last weekend. I forget who they was playing, and I watched him go out of his way to get Gabe Vincent 2 shots.
Struggling. Let's get him rolling.
Yeah, and they came back and he hit 2 in that fourth quarter. I forget the game. I was like, that's what we don't see about LeBron in the stat sheets. The other players ain't passed. Allen Iverson is not going to pass to George Lynch when he missed. We saw that. Every time those guys shot, AI was like, what y'all doing?
You know that's not your role on this
team. Give me the ball, sir. But LeBron, he understands how they gonna need if they gonna be on the team. He's gonna get them shots in April, so he got to start making them now. So absolutely, man, I'm just impressed. I'm impressed by them.
I saw something that said 40-year-old LeBron is morphing into a prime Magic Johnson. And I was like, what? And I said, wow, that is like, man, they got a point. He said now that LeBron is losing his athleticism, he's morphing into a prime Magic Johnson. And I'm like, it's not that far off when you really think about it.
He got 7 more years to play. He's going to be 50 years old. I'm looking like some plays, even though we lost the step, he don't jump as high, but there are spurts in the game. He's still running by everybody.
Absolutely,
that's what I can't believe.
Absolutely,
so, man, I'm impressed by them, man. I'm impressed by what Job Redick is doing.
Yeah, job well done, Redick. So,
it's crazy. Just like Cleveland, same team, same personnel, same team. You put Connect in. So, man,
absolutely.
Coaching matters.
Coaching matters 100%, Jack. Let's move on to some more serious, sad news, Jack. The NBA lost one of its legends. Rest in peace to Bob Love, Jack, former Bulls star, passed away at 81 with a battle of cancer, Jack. Sad news for the NBA.
Yeah, man. Bob Love, 3 or 4 time All-Star with the Bulls during the 70s. He was used to play with Coach Jerry Sloan. They were the backcourt, and they really raised the level of the Bulls, who were a terrible team, and they were 1 game away from the finals, but they lost to the 72 and 72-73 Laker team. Show you how small the league was. Chicago was in the Western Conference. But I wrote a story. I wrote his obituary for Hot 97, and I always knew he was a stutterer. But what I did not know, because of stuttering, after he retired, he couldn't find work. He couldn't go and be on the radio for Chicago. Too afraid. So he was this guy was washing dishes at a Nordstrom.
Wow.
And the CEO found out who he was and paid for his speech lessons. 3 years later, he starts running a department in Nordstrom, and then Jerry Reinsdorf brings him back the same year the Bulls won their first championship, and he worked with him until he passed away. and they retired his
Incredible.
jersey. And the guy started giving speeches all over the world. So he conquered it. Me being an ex-stutterer myself, I felt a little connection to Mr. Bob Love. So yeah, one of the greats, man. HBCU graduate, went to Southern. So yeah, man. So great pedigree, great guy, man. So condolences to the Love family and to the Chicago Bulls out there.
Yeah, man. R.I.P. man. So
Yes.
we got some I feel like exciting news for us specifically, Jack, being big fans of our Charles Barkley, the round mound, a rebound. Our boy,
before you go, you ever see the clip where he was in college and he's giving all his nicknames?
Yeah,
and one of them was bread truck. That's your nickname gonna be bread truck. Yeah, man, bread truck is man. They're
but
back,
if you know anything, if you follow this show, you know we're big Charles Barkley fans and big fans of Inside the NBA. My co-host is practically on there once a week with funny segments. I don't know why they don't just give you a job, brother. They don't just give you a job. But exciting news, Jack. Inside the NBA is not going away. TNT made an agreement with ESPN, Jack, to keep them on the air.
I didn't even see that coming. I didn't even know you could do that. 3 different networks. And here's my prayer. My prayer tonight that they don't touch it.
Leave it alone.
The same people just record it and send them the files. Am I saying that right?
Listen,
when you tech people, send them the files.
Listen, I need ESPN to hire the same cameramen that they were using at TNT.
Don't you change
same
nothing.
Studio.
Underdog needs to be there. The whole
Underdog.
Crew.
Absolutely.
We'll want Steve. I'm not trying to see Stephen A. And Perkins on the set. No, those 4 guys is who we
That's
need.
it. That's it. That's it.
That's funny though. Barkley said back in the day, I'm never going to ESPN, and they worked me to death for that puny check. He said they gonna have us on ESPN, ESPN Deportes, ESPN Radio. But now they gonna be on ESPN.
Oh man!
But I was so glad to hear that, man.
May not be what Charles Barkley wanted, Jack, but I am glad that he agreed, Jack, because
they're doing that for the culture, man.
Yes. Absolutely. We said this early on the season. Last season, we talked about it a little bit. The NBA as a whole would not have been the same without those 4 guys up there. Like you said, it's more entertaining than the basketball games most times.
Yo, man. Yeah, man. Just seeing, they was laughing about it yesterday, man. Just I was like, man, and for them to not to see the value in that just was mind blowing to me. TNT, get the congratulations. You played yourself for
absolutely
grabbing that deal. Yo, what is wrong with y'all? But and here's how important that show is. They won't even miss. We're not even gonna miss TNT next year. Like, oh my God, we need to. Where's Reggie Miller doing the games? But they're gonna. We would have been like, yo, we need Barkley. I'm talking. Shaq them up. They got segments everybody talks about. That's gonna be on. They say that on ESPN now. That's gonna be on Shaq and the Fool. It's a cultural. It's a cultural thing, man. So man, I'm so excited. I know you when you saw it, you were excited too, man.
Yeah, man. Incredible news, man. Exciting news for the NBA, Jack. So
then they said they're gonna be doing college games too. I thought when I read the piece. They said they're gonna do like 10 college. They said, "Don't you unleash them on no regular season college? They're gonna unleash Barkley on the college
because you know how much fun it is when he's
you gonna let Shaq go on a college game.
Oh man, you're gonna be roasting every big man.
Oh
not
my
playing
God,
up to,
you know that. You know that
his expectations.
Shaq. Yeah, man. Yeah. Looking
if I
forward
was
to
in college right now, it would be barbecue chicken.
Chicken alert, barbecue chicken alert.
Oh man, Jack. So yeah, Jack, do you know what time it is?
Time to set it off. You tell me, sir.
Is it time for my favorite segment of the week?
I believe so.
well, let's jump in, Jack.
Yeah,
that's a fact, Jack. Stat of the week, Jack.
Mm-hmm.
So I got an interesting one for us this week, Jack. I found this and I said, man, I gotta use this one. So the great Pistol Pete Maravich, when he was 26, sat down for an interview, and he said, I don't want to play in the NBA for 10 years and then die of a heart attack when I'm 40. He said this in an interview, Jack.
Oh man, you're killing me.
And he, in fact, played
crazy?
10 years in the league and died of a heart attack at the age of 40, Jack. So that is a very strange stat, but you can't make that up, Jack. Pistol Pete was cold, Jack.
Man, I say sometimes you go back to the old highlights, you know, like Lou Williams put this top 5. They had Cousy at number 6 in the top 5. So some
he said, give me your top 5. He said 6.
I always had a heart attack. But when you look back at Pistol Pete's highlights, looks like today.
Oh my God.
His game, his jump shot, his handle. How did he even work? You know, being from Louisiana, how did he even craft that kind of game? He was amazing, and had a shortened career, bad knees.
Yeah,
had some bad knees, and it's funny, he played with Bird's rookie year, and they waived him the next year when they won the championship. Ain't that crazy? He finished out with the Celtics.
Can you imagine?
And you know what was crazy? Before the Sixers got Dr. J, he was did a preseason game or two playing with Pistol Pete and the Hawks, because where the rights was going, Doc could have landed in Atlanta, Doc and Pistol Pete. But that's amazing. I just seen a documentary on him. 40 years old, drop dead playing basketball.
Incredible, Jack. You're talking about speaking something into existence, Jack.
Mm-hmm.
Pistol Pete was white chocolate before Jason Williams ever came along, Jack. Man,
he still got some records out there, don't he? I know Caitlin Clark got a lot of them. Did she grab them?
Yeah.
Nobody gonna get putting up 40 a game in college.
Oh my God, incredible, man.
All twos, no threes, all twos.
No threes back then. So imagine. And he had the range.
Yes.
Incredible, man. Incredible, man. So
y'all don't know about Pistol Pete. Do your Googles and your YouTube.
Google him. So yeah, Jack, that was this week's That's a Fact, Jack, stat of the week, Jack. So it's time for some shout outs, Jack. You got some shout outs?
I got one. I want to shout out the Morton family. Miss Jeannie Kitty Morton, Miss Jenny, Miss Morton, 95 years old, passed away, Choir Village resident. Saw that this week. I just want to express my love and condolences to them. Mm-hmm. She was a great. It's funny. I mentioned her Sunday, and I just read that this morning. I couldn't believe it. She was her and Deacon Morton was so kind to me and Brandi when Brandi couldn't keep her hands on me. I said, "Stop it, girl. We're in the house of the Lord."
Stop it, girl.
And Mrs. Morton, they were kind to us. Some people just, I read something, or you probably heard it too. They said the difference between old people and elders, and they were elders. So I was thinking about them this week. I wanted to shout them out.
Absolutely, Jack. That's sad news, Jack. That's the first I'm learning of this, Jack.
Man.
Yeah. So definitely my condolences to the family, Jack. For this week, I want to shout out Coatesville basketball, Jack. I was all live. I was down there with the great Lamar Brick, as he was down there doing
allegedly.
That's my guy. Great. It's for Christian Lamar Photography. He was down there doing the media day for the Coastal basketball team.
Nice,
so they were down there taking all the pictures. So shout out to Coach John Allen. Let me do a couple short interviews with the players. Tootie, I don't care what you do. You could do what you want, eh? So shout out to Tootie and Coach Mark and Ricky Hicks and Ty Griffiths. Shout out to those guys and good luck.
I was about to say you better have got some content out of them, man. You in the media now, brother. You all about that content.
And I wish I had my phone rolling because Tootie had so many stories about middle school. Oh man. He said, what's up with Ty, man? What's up with your dad, man? Did you tell him I asked for him? He said, man, them Gordon days crazy. I said, I know they was.
Yeah, man.
I know they was. So that's my week's shout out.
Coach. Yeah, man.
Yeah,
hey, man. Make sure y'all follow us. I'm at the Grosvenors. Make sure you follow Mr. Carter, Mr. A Carter 13. Hey man, but I need something smart tonight.
In the dark, we're all black.
Came here to take over the game. Yeah. Still. You know what's going on. Yeah. It's still politics as usual. Life looking beautiful. Talking real heavy. More heavy than the usual. Shook the whole world up. That type of motion new to you. To us it's a throwback. Losing, we don't know that. Only give them our facts. That's exactly what y'all lack. Always show the people love, so they show us love back.